We're making a versatile breakfast ring today that's great for the holidays. Welcome to Help at Home, your resource for great recipes and easy learning. I'm Jim Hightower. Today we're making a delicious breakfast ring. And it's wonderful for the holidays because it is so versatile in how you can make it. So grab that pen and paper. Here come the ingredients. You will need 1 roll of 8 crescent rolls. You will need breakfast links cut, maybe some parsley. You might want some red and green bell pepper. You'll need some shredded cheese and about 5 scrambled eggs. One thing that makes this so great, aside from being versatile, is the fact that it can be made with already cooked sausage links that you can get at your grocery store. You'll need 8 sausage links and cut them a little less than 2/3 to 1/3, and you'll see why in a few minutes. Next, let's do a little grunt work. You're going to make a star shape out of this crescent roll dough, and you need a 4-inch circle in the middle. So there are a lot of ways you can get there. Guessing is not the best one. You could get a 4-inch cookie cutter. You can measure your cookie cutters until you find one, or get a 1-pound can of coffee, and you could trace the can or take the lid and trace the lid. So that's what I did. I took a piece of parchment paper. I traced my circle on the bottom, and then I turned it upside down because nobody wants marker on their food. And you can see where this is going. This is going to move real quick. Get your crescent roll dough and preheat your oven to 375. If you've never done these before, they break right in the middle, 4 and 4. Now, I'm going to unroll these, make sure everything's going. And I'm going to start with, like the clock, 12, 3, 6, 9. So here's my 12 o'clock. My 3 o'clock. My 6 o'clock. And my 9. And you're like, oh, well, those aren't going to match. Yeah, they're going to match up. Don't you worry. So, here's your other 4. And what you do is, don't tear them like I just did. Ah! Twice! What's the saying? Life happens, it'll happen to you. So, overlap it over these 2. Mash those together. Nobody will ever know. I promise you. Then, take this other torn one, put it back together, and lay it overlapping, and just kind of pinch them back together. Again, no one will ever know. I don't need that little piece. Now, pay attention, Jim, and go a little slower. Overlap these 2. And here's that final one. Now, you have achieved a star shape. Now that you know where you're going, if you want to rearrange it, if you're whatever. That's where you're headed. Next thing is cheese. And let's see, there's my 1/3. You could go about 1/3 of a cup of cheese. Don't you do that. Do 1/3 of a cup of cheese kind of all the way around. And it's not going to be completely on there, so don't worry. You can always use your finger. And who doesn't love cheese? That's what I want to know. The next thing, we get our sausage, we get our eggs. Now, you want to kind of, you've got your scrambled eggs, and if they were in larger little clumps, you break them up, and here we go. It may be one of those things where it's easiest to take your impeccably clean fingers and lay some on there. So we're going all the way around. Okay. Now, what you want to do is take your larger piece of sausage, put it back a little, and a short one in front of it. And if you have to adjust your egg to make it stand up a little, then you can. So it's a long one, short one in the middle. And if you saw my practice picture on either Instagram or Twitter, you know I didn't cut the sausage at first. But doing this, the sausage will not overlap, and it'll be a much prettier presentation. Next, more cheese. Again, you can get a handful or just get this 1/3 cup measure and give it a try. And again, if you feel that it's not quite up to your standard, you can grab your impeccably clean fingers and put it around. Now, carefully roll up the end of your crescent roll and keep moving along. That's all there is to it. See how easy this is? And you could do this with little pieces of ham. You could do this, and one more thing. You can just toss any leftover eggs right in the center. You can do the sausage, you could do pieces of ham, you could do bacon, cottage cheese if you want. Okay. The thing you want to notice is what you see is about what you're going to get. So, if you're not happy with the shape of anything, you know, adjust it now, because it's too late later. Too late later, yes. In your preheated 375 degree oven, 9 to 12 minutes. I would check it at about 7 minutes. If your crescent roll dough starts to over brown, you can turn your oven down to 350. So, back when these are done. Here is the breakfast ring. It was in my oven for about 12 minutes, and I just got to thinking, if you wanted to, you could sprinkle cheese on top of the crescent rolls, but you might like to have them, kind of flaky but tender like they are. In addition to putting some red and green and yellow bell peppers with your eggs, you can put a little parsley on top. It gives it a little bit of flair. This is so tasty, and you get all those flavors. You get the eggs that you've seasoned to your liking, not somebody else's. You've got the sausage that gives you just that little bit of warmth, and then you get that tender, almost sweet a little bit on the crescent rolls, and it's just a great combination. You can fill this with eggs or with maybe a thick and chunky salsa. People might want to spoon that onto their servings. You can just cut it in between each one, or cut as many as you wanted. And for a party, whether it's at home or work or at a friend's house, you could make 2 or 3 of these. One with ham, one with sausage, one with bacon, and people can just have whatever they want. So it's very versatile and very easy and very quick. You could do this in 30 minutes or less, pretty much. So I really like that, and I think you will too. If you like this video for delicious and versatile holiday breakfast ring, give it a thumbs up to help the channel. Subscribe and share with your friends who like to cook or just want to learn how. Drop me a line in the comments below about your experiences with this recipe and any variations that you used. Click the bell at the top right hand corner for notifications. I'm Jim Hightower, and remember, everyone needs help, even me. Enjoy, be well, and Merry Christmas. Welcome to Help at Home. Nope. You will need 1 package that's not here. Flopper. Ooh. Well, now that needs it. That's how it goes. Subscribe and share with your friends who like to cook or just want to learn how. Drop me a line in the breakfast ring.